No,
Hi,
hold
Nino.
on, hold on.
How you doing?
Chief intern.
What's up, Nino?
Oh yeah, chief intern, of course, of course.
All right.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Who resigned? I didn't hear that part.
Crystal, our chief resident.
Why?
I believe. Well, I would say it's up to her, but I don't think she's gonna come tell anyone. So she was offered a position as the head of medical in the prison, which is completely okay. Scotty has come and talked with us to make sure that they do not step on our toes. He was very gracious in doing so. So we understand what they're going for. They understand the limits of what we are okay with in regards to them practicing medicine in the state. And yeah, we're all on good terms on that. So she'll still be doing medical, just only up there in the prison.
Okay. More power to her.
Yeah,
so chief
pretty
of
much.
medical of only one person over there then? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's weird, for sure.
Yep.
I know.
I mean, they might have like.
I know. I learned because apparently crouching
have,
came
like,
back, and
more
I
people,
used the X
working
button
alongside maybe,
to
but I'm not
cancel
sure.
my emotes in the past.
So is she a traitor and we hate her, or are we
No,
happy?
God, no.
Oh, okay.
no.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, guys. I don't like hating anybody.
No,
I just,
no,
I'm
we
sorry.
don't have to
tell you again, you know, and she,
Okay, I'm
there's
glad.
nobody else working, that was what I was saying. There's nothing to do with
Okay.
her.
We don't hate her.
I like
we're on.
Crystal. I love Crystal, yeah.
Unless
All right,
something crazy happens, we're all good. She just made the opportunity. She took the
Oh, look
opportunity.
who took the
for
panes
help.
down off the thing, off the roof there. Why don't you go?
Oh God.
Oh, are you sure? Because I've fallen off like 6 times.
No, Pip, stay there, stay there.
Hey,
Oh,
Pete,
okay.
maybe you can check after the meeting. How about that?
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right.
Good
In the
one.
middle of the
Yeah,
meeting,
yeah.
yes,
No, I don't like hating people. I just need to prepare myself if I have to.
Okay, well that's fair. All right. Before we let Nino up here, has anyone got anything else they want to bring up?
ICU reports, please do them in the ICU. Like, use the actual ICU
yes.
document and not medical reports, please.
Yes.
Otherwise, EMS cannot see them.
Oh my God! I came
Thank
just
you.
in
The reason
time.
we have ICU reports, it's so that if an EMS has to discharge someone after we put them in, they can see all the information, and vice versa. So they're very useful for that. What's up, Dave?
Who's jumping a week?
We kind
Let's make a day for asking.
That was a very genetic thing, but we can still
Ooh, can I be it? Can I be it? Can I be
yeah,
it?
yeah, Pip, you can be it.
Hey,
Considering you jumped off the roof before the meeting even started, sure, you can have jumping.
I was testing the pants.
Yeah, you almost hit it. All right. Do we have an employee of the week then? Have we forgotten that route?
Oh, I have a suggestion.
Oh, really? Yeah, okay.
Sasha, because she's suffering through the loss of One Direction.
I am. It's been tragic.
Everyone, can we please have a moment of silence for Liam from One Direction? Okay, that was long enough. All right. Yeah, go for it, Sasha. That's all yours.
Yay.
Hell yeah.
Congrats.
Why not? Okay. Then in that case, Nino, if you'd like to come up and speak.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. How y'all doing today?
Doing great.
Pretty good.
All right. I see the meeting have changed a little. Last time I was here, we were talking about, like, I almost came here with my shirt off. I'm gonna be honest.
No, that's fair. Don't
yeah.
worry, we've had moments like that.
Oh shit! All right.
Yep. Strange comments Carmine made and things, but you know what? We're doing all right now.
Yep.
We're back to a normalcy.
All right. Well, as y'all probably know, I've been mayor for the last 3 months, and you know, I tried to do as much as I could to help both EMS and doctors between raising pay, recent helicopter and whatnot. And I'm kind of here mostly not to try to directly garner your vote by saying talking about all the different things I'm gonna do, but rather I want to hear from you guys as to what you thought our office did well, what you would like to see in the next 3 months if I am elected, and just any general questions that you may have for me. So I kind of want to give you guys that opportunity to ask me direct.
Marlo's not here to ask the purge question. Would you enact a purge?
I believe we have purges pretty often due to over policing.
you know what?
Yep.
That's
You know
not a
what?
bad
Damn.
answer.
Yeah.
that actually makes
Pretty
sense.
good.
That's interesting. Follow-up question to that one, since I'll ask on his behalf. If a purge were enacted, say out of your control,
Mhm.
would you kill anyone, and if so, who?
Den Shiesty.
Good
Wow.
answer.
Oh, I agree on
Alright,
that one.
That's
Okay.
my answer, son.
You'll
What
get
y'all
my
got?
vote there.
Yep.
Oh, I got a question.
Absolutely.
You know, if you had a superpower, what would it be
Ooh,
and why?
if I had a superpower, what would it be? I feel like flying. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like
I think Kip needs that one.
you could get to wherever
Yes.
you need to be. Flying is sick, right? You don't need a helicopter. You know, don't have to repair yourself, right? Because you're flying through the air, not
Mhm.
really much to hit. I feel like it'd be a very useful superpower to have.
It's a good answer.
Yep. Yep.
You get twice my vote.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I have a question.
Absolutely.
What is your favorite breed of dog?
Oh man, what is it called? It's a Nordic breed. It starts with an S.
Moid.
Yes, the Samoyed. Holy crap! I saw one of those, and it just
big ones,
that thing
like,
is amazing.
Oh, okay, that's a good answer, actually.
Yep, yep,
Yeah, it's pretty good. 3 votes now.
yep. All right. So, oh, go ahead.
Got one. How do you feel what Chief of Police has done and what has become pretty violent police actions?
Absolutely. So Daisy Moss is a consequence of. So I'll give you a little bit of history. I clocked in 160 hours speaking to law enforcement before my campaign trail 3 months ago. Following another 160 hours, interviewing various candidates across the department. Daisy Moss, a member of the skeleton crew, was ultimately chosen after speaking to roughly 25 potential candidates, and she was I needed someone from the outside to break the mold of the status quo. Now keep in mind we had members of high command that could not articulate RS and PC, who did not understand that GSR on an individual without a gun was not guilt. And there was a lot of excuses being made by these members of law enforcement for rights violations. I think since then, Daisy has, I think, done a pretty fantastic job curtailing some of those things, which is how 4 members of law enforcement were ultimately fired. So in relation to violence, it would have to be, what do you mean specifically? Because she actually stopped quite a bit of it, including Hell Week about 4 weeks back.
Well, it's good. We've dealt with too
Yeah.
damn many of those. Oh boy, Arthur.
Yeah, Arthur passed out. He's bleeding.
Oh,
I
no.
see it. His
Oh, Jesus Christ.
butthole's bleeding, yeah.
Well, I want to
It's
say
the
that
safest place to pass out, you know?
I put the photo of the dogs on Twitter, and some guy said he wants to skim them alive, and
What
I'm
the
not.
fuck?
McGregor.
Can you arrest them, Mr. Mayor?
Conor McGregor's a meanie.
So
Death
He's a
penalty?
meanie.
I mean, it's technically criminal threats, right?
It might
But-
be, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a very good question. I think violence in general. So let me tackle it this way. I think a lot of the violence that we're seeing in the city right now is indeed a consequence of over policing, and it's something that I've been, quite frankly, berating officers command over. And I'm going to give you a few examples. If you go to any one of these neighborhoods in the city, and it's a simple traffic stop. If law enforcement is coming in pairs of 2s, 4s, guns out for a simple traffic citation, and then talking down in derogatory ways towards these civilians, whether or not that individual ends up opening fire or the situation gets turned violent, that is not only on the criminal actor, but also the police in their demeanor, right? It's like going into the Crips neighborhood and starting to talk shit, right? Throwing gang signs. Like so
Purposely causing excessive use and just blowing stuff out of proportion just to get a response.
that's exactly it. And that's exactly
Like-
what was happening.
Like
And-
doing a traffic stop and calling the person the wrong name on purpose.
Just
to
Yeah.
piss them off.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's not
Yeah,
good,
that sounds like a.
Now, I think when you see someone like Carmine or Bobby do it, there's a level of like expectation we may all have, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, okay, this is Carmine and Bobby. There's kind of, but if you have this taking place with, like, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You see that?
Kip, look real close. Yeah.
Two entire
cops.
departments for what? This is probably a 24/7.
Goddamn trees.
This may be someone
Ah,
running from a
Carmine's
traffic
down.
stop.
Everyone laughing, Carmine. Ha ha.
Oh yeah, it is Carmine and Bobby.
Hell,
Oh.
there's doctors in there too.
Oh my lord.
Everybody point and laugh.
Oh, this is a great day. Perfect timing. There's
It
your
really
example.
is.
Yeah, there.
I think baked into legislation should be the notion of, I don't want to say like cop limits, but deterrence for over policing. Because
Okay.
let's use like a example out of like Liberty City, right? If, for example, someone were to steal a candy bar from Liberty City, and that individual got in a vehicle and started driving off, the police department is not taking out a fucking helicopter and 12 units to capture them.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And if that were to happen, you never know who's on the back, who's behind that wheel. I watch a lot of live PD out of Liberty City, and more often than not, officers actually watch until the vehicle runs out of fuel or whatever it is. And I'm not saying the same thing happens here, but something needs to dial back. And
True.
so I hope that answers the question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see
yeah.
what you mean.
Absolutely.
Anyone else got anything?
That's great. Oh, I got a question, but it might be
Yep.
It's economy. So I've been trying to go around the stock market and make some money. Play around with money, like put buys. And here's the thing, and I don't know if you have like a lot, like if you can help with that, but whenever I take money out, I get a fee of like 5%, and then I get taxed 10% on top of what I took out,
Yep.
and the fee. So I get charged 5%
Oh.
and 10% on top of that.
Yep.
Which it's kind of weird that I'm taking stock out and I have to pay purchase tax.
Yep.
I don't know. Does that make sense?
It does. While I'm answering that question, if you have not received a plushie or this book
Yes.
right here, please come up, and I'll hand it over to you. And
Nice.
So I'll take one.
So-
Free plushie.
I have not.
Wait, what?
there you go.
Yes.
Oh my god.
What the fuck's a plushie? Like stuff for you?
Yep. There you
Yeah,
go.
it's a plushie.
Oh, I gave you one. So,
Cutting in line, Mr. Arthur.
there you go.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
So this
Yeah,
reading
oh my God,
material
stuff to it.
is, I figured instead of because some things can be detailed, right? So I put it into a book for y'all to be able to look at, and that way,
Thank you.
if you have any questions about this throughout this whole thing. Oh wait, let me give you. I got 2 items for each
I'm
person.
sorry for snapping, Mr. Arthur.
There you go.
okay.
Oh,
There
sorry.
you go. This way, in the event you have any questions about what's in here during this whole thing, you can, ask. There we go. Let me get you a plushie. Did you get a book or a plushie
I
there on
get
my
the
left?
book.
You got the book? All right.
I got the
Thank
book
you.
here.
Oh, yeah, this is really well done.
All right, there you go. There we go. And
Oh, that's nice.
and
Oh,
did-
nice.
plushie or a book?
I got a plushie, not a book.
Okay, here we go. So this actually opens into if you look at the first 2 pages in that book about the bazaar and the digital market, there is so the stock market is run by the federal government. So that's not something I have direct oversight of.
Okay.
How the taxes are taken and all that, I don't even know if I have control of it. Like, who knows how the algorithm works? But I do think that there is a issue today where if you drive around the city, there are businesses all over. I've personally signed off on about 40 in the last 3 months compared to the 12 that were signed off before I went into office. But now we've hit an issue. Where do you know where the businesses are, right? It's hard to find them. And if you run the business, you're probably going to sit there all day and maybe not see a singular person come in. Most transactions are taking place over the yellow pages due to convenience. So I asked myself, so that's where the bazaar came into mind. And the idea is as follows. I am going to be asking for a massive warehouse setup over in the court center. When you arrive at the court center, the entire promenade will be a place for individuals to congregate, talk, concerts. You go inside one of the buildings, it will be furnished to resemble a series of booths, which anybody in Los Santos County will be able to rent it out for 15 minutes, all day, whatever it may be. So if you own a small business, instead of running it out of some dinky place around the city that costs you $1 million, you can sell your goods right there. You can buy your goods. Like, for example, let's say you sell furniture. Maybe you could sell your furniture at the stall and you can buy wood. Now, there are people around the city that have excess, right? They're getting wood, but they don't have someone to sell it to. They got, I don't know, they're making repair kits, got no one to sell it to. The bazaar, as a county entity, will purchase your overstock. So if you, as a customer, ever need something, you can go directly over there and be sure that we got something in place for it. In turn,
that's amazing.
Those purchases will be able to be made online as well. So let's say, hey, you want to buy a tier 2 engine part, right? Out of one of those parts boxes. There might be one in stock, either fulfilled by us or fulfilled by one of the independent businesses that is selling through us. It's kind of like the Amazon model, you know? And so now this stuff is always available. There's people there. There's a way to get it. Businesses are flowing. And here's the coolest thing about it. Where the digital bazaar is going to come into place is we want to also have a functioning savings account that any member of Los Santos County will be able to put money into with accruing interest, which will also be backed by multiple cryptocurrencies, but BET and our own Los Santos coin. And now you might be like, well, what is this for? The idea behind this is so that people like yourself who want to actually trade will actually be able to trade based on the bazaar's efficiency. Now, this might seem a little complex, but all of it is going to be, the books are going to be open. Anyone can FOIA it. There's going to be no, like, you know, there's going to be no strings attached. You know what I mean? So, I
like that.
You know, it's,
what's going to be setting the prices for the, like, county or city's pricing?
Supply and demand. Because people actively purchase BET and actively purchase goods. And the rate of the savings account is going to be based on a rate that the county is going to pay back in. So, for example, let's say you put $1 million into the county savings fund. It's going to be like a CD. You put it in, you're saying, I'm going to put it in for 30 days. You're going to get a guaranteed like 5.5%, let's say, as an example. The county is going to back that 5.5, and those investments are also going to back the crypto. So this might sound super complex, but here's what I'll tell you. Nobody believed us when I said MOPEC is a solution to repair shops. They thought it was going to be a front where I was just going to launder money. And Now you look around the city, and every mechanic shop that I'm aware of is using Moped. Mechanics are left and right, and there's 3 times as many mechanic shops. It's actually very simple when put into play. Go ahead.
Is there going to be fees or like taxes on those transactions? Let's say I want to take something out and move it around.
No taxes.
Damn.
No fees.
Okay.
Yeah. The idea.
That's awesome.
It's one of the reasons why I removed taxes for businesses, because the reality of the matter is the bookkeeping for taxes is way too much of a headache for everybody, both on our end for the end of businesses, because it's not baked into our, into our apps. I want to do what I can to spur trade, right? And spur bringing people together and being able to talk face to face, because I think that's where magic happens, right? I want to get away from this, notion of, only meeting people when you need something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
True. 4th vote now.
All right. Hell yeah.
All right. There you go.
Okay. Any other
Anyone else?
questions, ladies and gentlemen? All right.
I don't really have a question, but I mentioned it at the start, just for everyone else. I can, regardless of however you feel about any of the rest of the politics, I can vouch for Nino's been great for us. I've never had issues working with him, including when me and Nile were writing legislation. We pulled it over and conferred with him on it to make sure we're all on the same page. So I have no concerns for the hospital going into his
Yep. Oh, yeah.
I second that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. If any questions do come up in the next 2 days, feel free to give me a call. I'm usually in the yellow pages. So.
Perfect. Okay.
All right.
Thank
well,
you so much for coming.
thank you, guys. I appreciate it. You all stay safe.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mayor Nino.
Thank you.
Oh, that was great.